So I am recording right now. At least I should be. Look at Diddy. Look at Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong. There we go. I am going to be reacting to the EA
music. It's a great time.
stream.
And so, what is it
Let me
about
just hide the
EA
chat
Play
immediately.
that excites you the most?
I just like the transformation of the venue. We take over the whole
See,
block.
can you hear that?
Close down streets.
Mute
There's
that.
thousands of people that come through. Have a good time.
Yeah, you can hear it. Not anymore. Seems to be it. So 48, 47, 46, 45, 44. That's how much time there's left until the stream starts for me. This is probably going to be the one that I'm least interested in. But yeah, I felt like it would be neat to react to them at least. You should be hearing me, I hope at least. Let's see, properties. Yeah, it's the right microphone. 15 seconds. I'm sorry if I'm going to be sniveling a lot, but that's just how it is. Just gotta fix something because I know it's going to be inevitable. So, yeah, I decided this time I'm going to be reacting to all the different conferences that I at least can watch. And sports are not my thing. Neither is Sims. Esports neither. Let's hope there are no loot boxes this time. You're also going to see me carry this, because there are segments where I'm not going to be paying attention. Yeah, it was shown up. Oh, what was this one again? It's the one game that they have been working. It's the one game that they have done sometime before. And they announced it last year. It's made by same people that did Mass Effect, I believe. Open world shooting game. I hear it's been kind of in development hell. Anthem. I don't. Okay, understandably so then. I know I shouldn't be the one to speak when having gamer here, but you don't call yourself a gamer like that. Unless you're doing it ironically. Oh yeah. I didn't see the first look. Why do you guys do things pre-shows? FIFA. Oh. Indie games are some of the most interesting parts for me from these conferences. Don't interact with the audience like this. So is this gonna contain Battle Royale or not? Call of Duty went the line. I haven't seen if Battlefield did the same. I see Pyro. Didn't know it's gonna be a crossover between Team Fortress 2 and Battlefield. I can't make commentary on my own, I'm sorry. That was it? I forget, EA likes to have the conferences with the people talking themselves. General manager and senior producer. Oscar. So yeah, he's Swedish. I didn't catch his last name. I know there's been a lot of revamps of World War II as in video games, but it's almost been done to death. I get upping up graphics and all that, and I know that there have been recommended for people to go back in time because they felt like it was getting too modern to the point of getting sci-fi. But I like destruction systems, but TF2 are almost... Did I say TF2? World War II is almost an outdone subject. You can have something set at the time, but you don't need to make it World War II. Oh, they have a single player. I heard Call of Duty Black Ops removed it? Which is weird because why call it Black Ops 4 and not have this story campaign from the previous set installments? Why not just call it something else? Black Ops Online. What? Didn't quite get what he said. Norlies? Northern Light? Huh. How unlike them. Hmm. Battle Royale. Yep, there we go. And the audience is surprisingly accepting of it. I know why they do it. It is a really nice move to do. It's really understandable and predictable to do. But looking at Fortnite, PUBG, and all the other battle royales, it does make sense. And I'm not opposed to it. It's gonna be weird for me to look at the camera and not at the screen that I'm looking at. Music. Let's hope my computer has enough memory for me to record this. EA dies. Frostbite. Oh, Frostbite, not Northern Lights. Well, there is Northern Light here, though. Is it gonna take place in Russia or Scandinavia? But Scandinavia wasn't part of the war in that sense. Only Norway was. I shouldn't go World War II story time during a gameplay conference. It's just interesting seeing they take place in the Northern Light areas, which would make me assume Norway, Finland, or Russia. Russia being most likely, Norway being least. Norway was kind of not neutral. Again, stop with history lessons. It's a trailer. Looks neat, but that's all it does. He died. That would give you frostbite. Skiing. Oh, it is in Scandinavia. Norley's War Story. So, Northern Light War Story. Exclusive first look on Xbox E3 briefing tomorrow. I might have to catch a glimpse of that. And FIFA. So, another single player? Or is it a sports person actually talking over? Was that messy? I don't know. All I know of sports is this, because my stepdad is a Liverpool fan. And yes, it's football, not soccer. I will fight you. But here comes the issue that I always have with these FIFA games. They are the same. Oh, it is single player. This his third? Is that his son? I don't know. Neymar Junior. FIFA 2019. Champions Rise. I don't know what to say about that. Like, my issue with the sports games that EA always announce is that it is a yearly release from a really standardized... Nice vocal. Or trophy. It's a really standardized formula that has been set in stone for the last 10 years. With small tweaks, small upgrades, graphical increases, which makes sense. And... oh, it's actually UEFA Champion League. But yeah, it's just... it's too... basic, in my opinion. Oh, Lena Ingvarsdottir. So the girl is Icelandic. I like how I try to figure out how they are or who they are based on nationality by name. I should stop doing that. But honestly, that is more interesting to me than actually following FIFA. Oh, and Neymar is actually an actual person? Or is it? Let me Google this. And Neymar. Real Madrid. Oh, he's an actual person. I just fucked up. I should Google these things. But again, I don't follow sports. Again, it's going to to the minute or to the level of minute that it isn't really necessary to improve anymore. For me to get interested in a FIFA game, it would have to be not FIFA. It would have to be more fun, more... how should we say? Different from actual soccer, football, etc. It needs to be more like, let's say, Mario Strikers. Because they take a established genre or established sport and mix it up with fun mechanics that aren't realistic or down to earth like FIFA is. Which is why I like it so much more, because it's not confined to the basic rules. It isn't having the mayhem that I can enjoy. You can hear my chip bags, I'm sorry. Wait, what? Oh, World Cup. World Cup is happening right now, yeah. Told you, it was Iceland. Bodvarsson, Sigurdsson, Magnusson, Arnason. Yeah, usually the Icelandic names have a son or a daughter in their name, which means son of a name or daughter of name. Free trials are always nice to have, but again, if you have played a FIFA game, you have played them all, in my opinion. Yeah, didn't Iceland do pretty well? Again, I'm talking to people who probably doesn't know that much about soccer, but Iceland, I believe, did really well a couple of years back, where they were like one of the most interesting countries to look at when it came to soccer, because they almost came from nowhere and did really, really well. I believe they got to the semifinals or the finals. I thought they were done with FIFA. Let me go back to search. Hmm. Hmm. So, Twitch integration? Hmm. But these aren't all EA exclusive, are they? Wait, are they playing on their phone? So, I'm not sure if I get this right. Does that mean you can play any game on a cloud-based system? Sorry. Madden. I'm still surprised by the following for the sports game, but it makes sense. It is still a big series. The inside is there. Where? Do you mean at E3? Play them first. 1 membership. What's that? Oh, zombies versus or Plants versus Zombies. Did they make Plants versus Zombies? I thought they did. Sims, I know they did. Oh, is that Dragon Age? I'm surprised I haven't seen Dragon Age in quite a while. I don't know if the series is done or not, but I would expect to see more spin-offs or something. Hmm. 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 Star Wars. Well, let's hope you redeem yourself after both. Hmm. I need more to be able to react to this. I get that you're being vague, but we need more. Let me guess, episode 3? Yeah. So after Order 66. Okay, so... yeah. Expect to see something next year. Don't amp yourself up. Worst mistake in gaming industry. Amping yourself up. I shouldn't be talking as we have been amping up Smash for a long time. I'm gonna buy the game even if it's bad or not. But that's because I'm interested in the series itself. But if you know nothing about a game, don't hype yourself up. Expect the worst and be pleasantly surprised. Like, again, not know how to react to this. I was kind of reading Discord at the moment, but not sure how to react. Battlefield 2 has not done good. I can't bring myself to be hyped for this, just considering what it is. Oh. Okay, that is interesting. Again, can't really say anything about it. Oh, General Grievous. That's how his name is pronounced. Hmm. Count Dooku? Isn't Count Dooku? Hmm. Again, can't say much about this. Now this. Oh! Unraveled! All I have to say is Unraveled. It's one of the few games I recognize and was interested in. Oh. So hinting that they changed the gameplay mechanics? Again, I don't get enough! Pre-rendered trailer for 5 seconds doesn't give me enough information. But it's good to see him again. Oh. Okay, uninspired name. But... Can't really comment too much about that. So, let me guess. Co-op only? Play with 2 characters. Okay, you can't play it alone. So they're not tethered to the end of the stage, but they're tethered to each other instead. I get his analogy. It sounds weird when I say it out loud, but... Like, doing it this way, at least for different types of challenges. Now, is this pre-rendered or not? Or pre-recorded? Debug variables. Huh. So yeah, that is how... Bitches love blue. Yeah, I personally remember that this game wasn't received too well. Like, it was a good game, but it didn't live up to the hype it kind of generated by the first trailer. Oh. Really careful platforming. Wall jump! It ripped off Mario. Sue them. How does the bird know that they are even there? Bird doesn't quite know what to do. But yeah, this makes sense as a two-player game. I like it more than the concept I saw earlier. The concept had earlier from the first game had a nice game mechanic that related to the story, but I feel like this gameplay will flow smoother. I like it. Is this indie trailer or Unravel trailer? Seems like Unraveled. Okay, yeah, I definitely see what they mean by it can be more challenging, but at the same time easier. I'm glad they didn't back out after the criticism this game got, but it's nice to see indie developers succeed and actually continue with their IPs. I don't feel like we see that enough. Yeah, that also seems like a really fun family game. Wait, what? Huh. Okay, time to tell it to the chat. Sea of Solitude? Ooh, I don't like it already. It's ocean-based. Oh, shit, I forgot. We are actually about to talk that in the Discourse channel in the Discord. Oops. I forget where I have the windows. There we go. I hate oceans. I gotta come out. I'm not sold on this. I'm not so big of a fan of these, for lack of a better word, artsy games. And again, I'm not seeing it. Unraveled showed us the game. It showed us the gameplay. He talked about it while showing us. This... I want to see a boat in water. And I see a monster. And she's telling what the game is, but not showing it. That is... It's just not selling me. Okay, thank you, now. Okay, and that is different from what I had expected her to when she told about it. Again, this is the importance of showing, not telling. And here we go. Sports. Ah. I'm drinking way too much of this shit. But the problem is, it's good. It's good shit. Dancing? By doing really current dances, you date yourself fast. But again, this kind of feels... How do I say it? It feels more like it has more personality than FIFA, because they were more expressive, they were having more fun, more actual personality by said dances. It's in the game. And here's Madden. And they are showing off esports. Ah. Whenever you hear my cheer make a sound, it is me doing what you just saw. On streams, I sit like this way too much. You can't see that, I just realized. Essentially, I sit cross-legged. But I lift myself up to be able to sit like that, and that can be sounded through the microphone. Understandable. Like, the problem with EA Sports promoting esports like this is that it is in such a... This is going to be ignorant of me to say, according to the gaming community, but it is so... It's most... I will say, the least watched esports among quote-unquote gamers. But, like, esports with sports games is more to the common folk. But it isn't really promoting esports itself. They're only doing one game, which means they are promoting Madden. They're promoting Madden through esports and using esports as a medium to promote the game, instead of promoting esports and the game alongside each other. Because if they want to promote esports, they would show more than one player, at least talk with more than one player and the commentator. I don't know the other guy's history. But they would show more games, more people, more personalities, and probably different genres. Granted, esports probably has not, or EA Sports doesn't have many different genres inside in sports. I say sports a lot, but like, I don't see any show of like the Battlefield having esports focus. I didn't see Battlefront, Battlefield, both of them. But like, I can't really tell how much of this. I'm starting to ramble. Now what's going on? Oh, Madden again. Yeah, now they're showing Madden again. So it seems like the previous thing we're trying to promote esports. But again, I don't feel like they're doing a good job of doing it. Oh god, a spider's on the floor. Hold the phone. Fucking. Spider is dead now. Squished on the floor. Gross. Gonna be right back. I'm a professional, guys, I swear. Bye, Spidey. Warning, this video contains blood. Only I can see it, though. Ah! What did I miss? Oh, tactical game. God, I gotta itch your nose. Professional, I swear. This... I'm... Yeah, this is part of the issue of doing these kind of things. To properly introduce these things, you need to make a separate event that isn't during the actual live show. Like, Nintendo is doing it right. EA did it right last time when they had a... after the show, they had YouTubers playing Battlefront 2 together with each other. Is that the same voice actor that does Athena in Overwatch? Not sure. But yeah, like, they spend the main time on a mobile game that we don't really know much of, with personalities that a niche group knows of. But spending main time of your main show on doing personalities like this and using it to try and promote your game, it doesn't show your confidence in the game. It shows that you try to use the quote-unquote hype to actually sell the game instead of actually making it seem good. Like, it's a nice trailer showcasing the game and all that, but that could be done without personalities, without the commentator style, and not during the show itself. Again, Nintendo does it well with their live Treehouse event and competition afterwards, or on their own. Nobody really does this during the show. And again, I hear they say terms, they speak about things, they say gaming or related stuff to the game itself. The average player had no idea what they're talking about. This is how they lose interest in this game, by not knowing what's going on. This commentator is sadly doing a bad job of conveying it to the casual player. Again, what is this pitbull? What is the reason for all those health bars? If you already... and now they're doing big screen. Why like this? Or why are the health divided like this? Unless if you're managed to get over to the other side. Does that mean that you will be able to damage the base itself? Again, it's not conveying the game well. It's showing the tactical strategy game play of it, and that it's fast-paced, but I'm not getting anything else. And again, esports. If you're doing esports, you should have a spectation mode, so you can see everything that's happening. Right now, we only see one side. We have no idea what Nikonite is doing. We can only see what he's doing in response to ion control. This is the big issue with esports. It's really hard for newcomers to get into because of how they have formulated it. Like, take Overwatch for example. If you're ever going to watch a competitor mode, you will see, alright, I'm supposed to capture the points, which you see right here in the middle. You do it by defeating the enemy, but using terms nobody knows, if you only show one side, you don't really show how the game works to the degree that needs to be shown to a spectator to be enjoying. If you take actual sports, you can take soccer, American football, tennis, even chess. You can see both sides. If you don't do that, it's not a spectator sport. Still doesn't know what that is. But take that example and let's put it to Let's Play. You're watching it for the person playing, you're watching their perspective, and trying to see how they fight the enemy. in an esport, you try to see teams competing or people competing, and you want to see different angles, not just one. So, a professional esports streamer, if you watch his stream, or this, like, let's say Seagull, you want to see how Seagull plays. You want to see the play Seagull does. You want to see how their Houndstone is, or something. While team play, on the other hand, you need to see both sides to get the full view. I'm ranting a lot during this stream. And why does mobile games have such high value production? Like, it almost looks better than several AAA games I see at some points with how they are advertised, and I don't get it. Am I really underestimating the mobile market that much? Because I think the mobile market is the way to go in gaming. But to that level? Oh, Anthem. I'm concerned about Anthem. Last time I saw Anthem was last year during E3. We had a 2-minute trailer where we didn't really even see gameplay. And what I've heard about is that they have been in development hell ever since. And it looks like a fun game. I hope it's good. I wish it for it to be good, because it seems like a game I will play myself and really enjoy. But I'm scared by how little we've seen. I could say the same thing for Fire Emblem, I could say the same thing for Pokemon Let's Go. You need information to sell the game. If you sell it too early, people will get concerned. Breath of the Wild, a lot of people were really concerned about that game because we got so little, but so little information between the different announcements. If I were to judge this this conference by itself, by what I've seen by now, Battlefield or Battlefront, I forget which one is which. The 5, predictable, knew it was coming. Looks nice, but that's what all of them do. Interested to see how they do a Scandinavian story in this, because Scandinavia wasn't really that active in the game or in the war. Battle Royale. Understandable decision, but I need to see how they handle it. Then there is the Star Wars information. We got a Jedi game next year, but I don't really... Okay, I see they talk about charity, but it's nice, yes, but it's irrelevant to the conference itself. And let's see, Star Wars. We get to know about a Jedi game that's next year, based around Order 66. Then we have the Battlefront 2 with the Ewok expansion that I apparently saw, and with Han Solo stuff. Again, the game has gotten so much better reputation for being loot box heavy, and understandably so. I can't recommend it to people because of the how they handle themselves. It looked like a really fun game until the loot boxes were revealed in the way they worked. Unraveled, I really enjoy. It looks like a nice game. We'll probably buy it after this stream. The Sea game, I can't quite recall the name. Also looks nice. Wants to see more. Wants to see how the gameplay interacts with it, because while the trailer looks like it showed gameplay, I don't see how it actually interacted. I'm talking over Anthem, but I'm trying to wait for actual gameplay or more information to come by that we haven't seen before. Sports game. NBA was the one that interested me the most because it seemed to have the most personality. Mobile game was almost a joke in presentation. Like, probably fun game, probably good game, but they presented it so badly. So unless you guys wow me with this Anthem trailer, 5 out of 10. Decent enough, had some parts that I really enjoyed, but so much predictable and old stuff that you could have just said, hey, we're gonna do the same thing as last year, and you would have gotten the same experience. And again, this looks nice, but I can't say the game looks nice, because it just looks. It isn't played. Love the designs, though. No release date. I'm still skeptical about this game. Oh, wait. Okay, here's gameplay hidden among flashing screens. Epilepsy warning, apparently. I don't get anything from this. Tell me more. Or not. Or are they you? So yeah, it is BioWare, made by the same people that Mass Effects. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this interview is important because it will tell me more of how does it go. Will the release date come soon? But probably just assume 5 out of 10 for now. Gameplay didn't show me much, unless you show me gameplay after this. Still staying at 5 out of 10. This doesn't count as gameplay. I see it in the background, doesn't count. Again, looks nice. All I can say. I also don't like the dynamic world. It's a world that will change. It's unique. It's always different. Unless your gameplay works with it, I can't trust you. You have to sell me on the product itself, not the things surrounding the products. Again, story. Important. I like it. Really important for a game. But without the gameplay to encompass it, it's hard to me to be sold on it. Does that mean it's online only? Because that could create issues. Okay, now we're actually seeing gameplay. Roman. That's not promising. Make sure that you finish the story. Don't set up for we're gonna add more later on. That scares me. Set up for sequels. Don't quote unquote end the world, but end the story. But you could continue with the world. Those are different things. These questions aren't really fulfilling my needs for information. Oh wait, does Lunar say that the game came out in 2015? Wow, that's a while ago. Again, the description of this game doesn't sell me on it. I don't quite like it. Who you're playing as? Aren't you an original character? Okay, you create a character, yeah. So I guess those four things are different forms of the skeleton suits you can wear. Okay, javelins. And yeah, four different. Time to be Interceptor or Storm. Okay, it's good that you actually have the customization of changing quote-unquote class. Did you say Ranger was... Did you say Ranger was meant for the close combat? It's kind of an oxymoron. Okay, so there are customization of how the armors look. It really makes sense. Like, is it armor? You can... What's that, Eva? Or whatever. Evangelion suit color scheme? Something. Customization makes sense in this game because if it's a multiplayer, you need some way to customize yourself to be different from everyone else. Okay, so no random generated. You have to buy some costumes, but it seems like... I almost like the concept of, as long as you're paying for only cosmetics, it ain't that bad. But I still hope you can get some in the single-player experience, or by playing the game. If you don't have cosmetics by playing the game itself, but you can buy it, you're holding things back just to try to earn more money. Persona 4 did a good job with having costume for every single character. You didn't need to buy for any of them. Made sense, was fun, had quests surrounding it to be able to get the costumes. Persona 5, on the other hand, to get any other costume, you had to pay for them, even if it was just your own normal clothes. And while it makes sense story-wise, if you can't change your costume in any way, why have it there at all? Like, why have the story segment saying, hey, you are driven like your costume is like this because you're an infiltrator, and this is how your soul looks like. And then the very next moment you dress yourself as Santa Claus. This question has already been told. Thank you! Will you go up to a 6 or 7? No, you will go up to 6. You spent way too much time getting here. Is this gonna be one of those corny ones where they try and do a simulation of how it would be, but really isn't? Like, Rainbow Six Siege. If anyone remembers the Rainbow Six Siege announcement, where they were talking to each other in the game, I thought, until it was told me afterwards, that it was in-game voices, like, it was the game itself telling you these things. And then I was told it was actual players. Nobody talks like that. Okay, this is in-game, don't... You scared me. So Owen is one of those, like... robots like, oh my gosh, is this really what's going on down there? Which can be grating in the long term. Like, having a kind of joke character like that interacts every now and then could be amusing. But if he's gonna be with you all the time, he's going to go from amusing to grating. So yeah, now they try to showcase the different classes. But I don't really get enough of a look from the gameplay continuously to get a feel for it. How much do you walk around? How much do you actually do stuff? And the combat seems to be one and done. Like... yeah, you don't get a feel for how the combat is, because as soon as one enemy is dead, you jump to another player that is already in combat, wins in half a second, and then you jump to another one. Like here you can see how they interact with each other, which is really nice. I like what I'm seeing, but I'm not seeing enough. Big badass enemy. Oh. So big badass. Yeah, Owen is a matter-of-fact character that is like... I can see him become annoying fast, or be one of my favorite characters. Nothing in between. But again, you don't know... I don't know enough about this game to be able to tell anything, but... the fact that I already know him by Owen means that they're doing something. If it's right or wrong, I don't know. Oh, come on! 5.5, okay? I give you a little bit because you actually showed gameplay of Anthem, a game I'm kind of looking forward to. I've yet to get the release dates. So they have a demo this time. People can play it. Hopefully we'll get more information from people that actually play it. Oh, release dates? Less than a year. But yeah, that seems like it. Summary. It's EA. You get Battlefront, Battlefields, sports, and then some tidbits that are nice. But the tidbits were far in between each other, and I don't quite remember the quotes. But yeah, Unravel 2, C-Game, Anthem... those are the ones that interested me during this. That's 3 out of what I guess was probably 9 announcements. Or at least talked about topics. That's not good. But it wasn't... Oh. So they're gonna have a tournament after this. But... what they showed was decent. The sports things they showed were sports things. It was due respect. It isn't bad, but it isn't good either. It is medicore, or medicore, by lack of a better word. Because they aren't doing enough to change the games. And again, they didn't showcase how the Battle Royale works for Battlefront field. World War II game. But yeah. I think that's it. What was going to be the next one? Next conference is Microsoft in a day. Yeah. Might get me see that. Maybe not. I don't know how to end these. By saying words wrong, I don't know how to end these.